Good morning to all the attendees of our webinar today. So with no further ado, I will start introducing the REWET project today. So REWET is called Restoration of Natural Wetlands to Minimize Emissions and Maximize Carbon Uptake, a strategy for long-term climate mitigation. It is a Horizon Europe project that has started in October 2022. So last October, we just accomplished 1 year of the project. It has a budget of about 7 million euros and it will last 4 years. So it's planned to finish in October 2026. REWET has 18 different partners from 9 different countries: Spain, Austria, Netherlands, Finland, Belgium, Estonia, Italy, Germany, and Portugal, with different types of institutions like universities, NGOs, public bodies, with a common goal to restore wetlands and define a methodology to support climate mitigation. In REWET, we have open labs, what you call open laboratories, that are places in which we study the greenhouse gases emissions, CO2, methane, and N2O, but we also study how to restore these wetlands, how they are connected with the local community, and how we can make a difference there. The wetlands are in several different countries, the open laboratories, as you can see: Netherlands, Austria, Finland, Estonia, Belgium, Italy, and Portugal, and they are coordinated by different institutions, as you can see also in the presentation. The open labs we have in REWET, they are really focused in inland wetlands. So we have peatlands, floodplains, and freshwater wetlands, but we don't have any coastal wetlands. So we are really focused on inland wetlands and the study of this type of environments. So I will explain now the objectives of REWET and what we plan to achieve after the 4 years of the project. So we aim to successfully design, implement, and monitor the open labs I just explained to you, and also in the end of the project to deliver a toolbox to implement successful restoration practices that we have already validated in our open labs. We also want to create an inventory of European wetlands, inland wetlands in this case, and also to generate an estimate of the European wetlands carbon footprint. We will also aim to deliver a fit-for-purpose decision support system for wetlands, in this case wetlands managers, and also to provide policy recommendations of best practice for wetlands restoration. By developing business models based on ecosystem services of wetlands, we also want to create green jobs for different types of stakeholders and to boost the replication of these methodologies in Europe. In our activities, we integrate social sciences, humanities, and the gender dimension as well. Well, as you can see, REWET has a holistic approach. So we have 3 different pillars: science, governance, and local community. In science, as I mentioned before, we aim to monitor greenhouse gases, CO2, methane, and N2O with different methodologies. We are using covariance towers and also portable equipments to measure these gases. And we also model the impact of restoration and climate change as well. We model in restoring wetlands how much CO2 we are releasing or we are uptaking. And we also quantify different aspects, not only greenhouse gases, but also biodiversity, disaster risk reductions, and ecosystem services. In case of the local community, we engage with them by monitor their overview and how they perceive the wetlands. And we also are studying how wetlands restoration impact differently in the different genders. We are also studying, as I said, different business models that can be suitable for wetlands in Europe. And in case of the governance, we are studying different guidelines for policymakers regarding wetlands, like how the status of wetlands, and also supporting LULUCF and the inclusion of wetlands in the proper accounting of greenhouse gases. In the end of the project, we also want to give insights on the best strategies for the proper monitoring of wetlands. So, going deeper in the scientific aspect of REWET, we want to improve the European knowledge base beyond the state of the art for management and restoration of wetlands, understanding how wetlands can act as carbon sinks, how the restoration support climate mitigation and adaptation, and also modeling wetland restoration potential and greenhouse gas abatement in different scenarios. For example, considering already climate change and temperature increase. Besides that, we also study the relationship of wetlands and disaster risk reduction, the ecosystem services they provide, and the impact on biodiversity. In the social aspect, we engage with citizens, we have their participation during some activities, restoration activities, and we also have their perspective accounted by including it and having interviews with them and understanding how they engage with these environments. And as I mentioned before, in the governance, we want to include transparent methodologies for wetlands and provide fit-for-purpose data based on our open labs. Well, what's the current status of the project in this first year? Here you can see some pictures. So we have some members of the consortium in the picture in our meeting in Portugal. It was our first meeting. We have already had 3 meetings. The first one, the kickoff meeting in Seville, where I am speaking from. Then we have already went to Portugal, to Alpiarsa, to visit our open lab there and to celebrate our consortium meeting. And we also went to Estonia last October to have our second project meeting and visiting the peatland there, as you can see in the picture on the right. We have all the open labs already running with the ecovariance towers and with the dedicated measurements. And we are working on making these social interviews in these open labs, in making policy reports, to make a data set for wetlands in Europe, and also working with our communication and dissemination activities. So our social media is already working, and you can see there. Here you can see the list of the participants of REWET. As I mentioned in the beginning, we are 18 partners working together. Idanet is the coordinator of the REWET project. And yes, that's everything. Here you can have my contact and also our social media information to follow us. And if you have any questions and about the REWET, you can send me an email and I'll be happy to respond.